another video of Salesforce channel. This is Shubham Bharadwaj, and in this video we are going to cover the new updates of Salesforce Summer 20. So basically these are not kind of big updates, but yeah, still they are really good and we should explore them. And let's see what are these updates. So basically earlier when you debug your Salesforce Flow, there should not be an option of rollback, but now after Summer 20 you can roll back. So what does rollback mean? I will show you in my video. So let's start. So as you see, currently I am on my flow builder, and if I let me create a scenario for auto launch flow. So basically let me show you. If I click on new flow, I'm having this kind of interface, and I simply use auto launch flow for the demo, and let's create. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to simply get the records, and let's say get op. In the scenario, I am getting all the opportunities that having amount higher than 1 lakh. Yes, according to the or $1 lakh, and I'm going to place this flow over a quick action, and let's show. But as I am only going to show you a demo of debug mode, so I'm not going to place that flow over there. So let me show you how to create it, and simply here you have to select object opportunity, because we are going to fetch opportunity, and in the condition you should provide like one account ID, because we are going to place it over account record page. So let me create a new resource which is a variable, and record ID, as I already told you, if you want to use the standard record ID or fetch the record ID of a particular record, you should use the small record, and I should be capital and D small. So this is the standard one you have to use for that, and simply you have to select data type, let's say text. And if you want to see why we need record as a data type for our record ID, you can check it out the video in the I button. And simply as you see, if I should make this available for input, because this will start my flow, and simply I'm going to click on done. So as you see, account ID equals to record ID. Let me add another condition, which is amount. So let's say click on amount and greater than 1 lakh. So now I'm done with the condition, and here you will see how many records to store. So let's store all the related records to particular account, and automatically store all the feeds, and click done. Now I'm going to add a loop for that, and as you see, we have to provide a loop name, let's say op, and here correction variable. So correction variable is the get op, and basically we are going to fetch first item to last item. And as you see, this is the new update. Now you don't need to create a loop variable. So if you want to see the loop variable video, you can also check it out in the I button, and I will also put the link in the description box. You can check it out from there, and simply click done. So if I let me connect the dots, and this one too, yeah. Now I'm going to assign let's say change the description. Now what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to change the description of my opportunity, that okay, this opportunity should be on my high priority. So let's say, or as you see, we have to simply use the name of the API name of our loop element. So simply op and dot description, and provide a value over there. This opportunity is on high priority basis. As this is just a demo, so don't judge me on the basis of the scenario. So simply click done. Yeah, click done. and after that I am simply going to store all these opportunity into a collection variable. Let's say I'm going to assign all these opportunities to a collection variable which is a record variable, and let me create store all updated, store all changed opportunity, and simply we have to create a resource over there which is a variable, and let get all changed ops, and simply a record variable which is opportunity record variable, and simply click allow multiple values and click done, and simply we have to add all our opportunities over there, so simply off, and we have to remove the dot. So simply what I will do, it's kind of as you see get all changed ops. Oops, there is a typo so let's change it later. So as you see, this is a record variable which is basically kind of a list. On that list I am adding my opportunity one by one as the loop runs. So simply let's click done and connect the dots. Now I should close the loop, and now I have to update my opportunities. Let's say update ops. So provide a collection variable. So let's say get all changed ops, and simply click done, because we are going to update once. So the reason behind I am using a list before list, it's a good practice if you want to make sure that your flow does not hit the governor limit. So always when you loopify your flow, always use this kind of scenario, like you should create a list over there and place store all your elements over the list, and yeah, that's it. And you have to simply provide a record or record collection variable over there, as I already provide a list over there, and simply click done. Now you should connect the loop to update records. So as you see, our scenario is almost complete. Let me change the variable name. Okay, let's edit it. So whenever you feel that you done the naming something different, you can change like this. Simply go to the manager, and in front of in front of your variable name, simply click on that arrow. You have to simply edit it and click on edit and change the name. The changes will reflected all over the loop. As you see, get all changed ops, and suppose let me save my flow and provide any name, update of description, and save this. So let's debug it. So now the thing is, like guys, we are creating this scenario. As you see, there is a run flow in rollback mode, and as you see, there is a record ID option over there, because I choose this variable as input, or you can say available for input. So that's why this option is over there, and we have to provide an account ID in this record ID variable. So let's me go to my home screen and go to account, and let me get an account ID for that. Let's move to pyramid construction and see. As you see, there are two opportunities who are above 1 lakh or equals to 1 lakh. So I provide a scenario which is greater than 1 lakh, so this will not work. Move to Salesforce Geek, and let me show you that the description is not. As you see, there is no description over there right now, but when I move to my flow builder, and if I provide the let's say account ID, pyramid construction account ID over my input. So let's copy down the account ID and simply paste it over there. And currently I did not tick the checkbox run flow in rollback mode, so I simply click run. So as you see, yeah, I am having an opportunity which is greater than 1 lakh. And let's move back to the account, and in related tab, go to opportunity Salesforce Geek, click on details. As you see, the opportunity is on high priority. So you will see changes will commit in your Salesforce database. And now let me show you again. If I move to another account, let's say I am taking University of Arizona, and there is an opportunity. As you see, there are 3 opportunities, but not a single opportunity fulfilling our condition. So let me edit it and change the amount. Let's say University of AJ installation, let's put another 0. It should be 10 lakh now, and simply click save. So as you see, we are having one opportunity who is fulfilling our criteria. And let me copy down the account ID, and this time what I will do, I simply click on change input, and this time I click on the run flow in rollback mode. Simply change the ID and click run. As you see, you can simply debug your flow like this, but this time you will not see any changes in your opportunity description field because we choose rollback option over there. So that's the new update regarding rollback option. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe this channel for more such videos. And thank you so much if you're watching this video till now. Bye bye.